Tailings are the waste products after the extraction of oil and minerals from oil sands and mine processing plants. It consists of water, sand, clay, fine solids, hydrocarbons, and salts, all of which are naturally found in oil sands deposits. Tailing ponds are dams that are used as a settling basin for the mixture of water, sand, clay, and oil that is left over after oil sands processing. Once in the pond, the sand quickly sinks to the bottom and the water from the top 3 meters is recycled. The tailings are kept in the pond until the concentration of the toxic chemicals decreases to appropriate levels. Separation of all the chemicals from a tailing pond is very challenging. This extraction process is never 100% efficient. Therefore, some chemicals can be left over in the natural environment, which can be very toxic for living organisms. Also, it can take more than 30 years to separate all the content present in the tailing pond. Re-establishment of the ecosystem can take further decades. Tailing ponds also use large amounts of fresh water. For example, in a method called end-pit laths, fresh water tap is developed on the surface of a tailing pond. This way, the chemicals settle at the bottom and can then be extracted or broken down by bacteria. These chemical storage containers are considered as the greatest threat to the natural environment today. Many tailing ponds are located near migratory bird pathways used by millions of geese, ducks, and other species flying north in the spring and south in the fall. Many of these birds easily mistake these water bodies for freshwater lakes. In addition, wildlife has been greatly affected by the development of tailing ponds. In northern Alberta, woodland caribou population has declined by 50% due to habitat destruction by increasing development of oil sands. As a result, living organisms have been greatly affected, which can be observed by the increased number in deformities, tumors, and other diseases in fish and humans. In order to reduce this impact, sound cannons and scarecrows are used to scare away birds from tailing ponds. Reclamation or re-establishment of natural ecosystem through revegetation is also performed. However, these measures are not enough to ensure proper safety. In 2008, 1,600 ducks died in a Syncrude tailing pond, one of the biggest leaks in BC's history, occurred in 2004 when 10 million cubic meters of contaminated water flowed into a nearby creek. It is estimated that for every 160 liters of tailings, 1 liter gets drained into the ecosystem. That's a huge amount, considering the massive number of tailing ponds present today. The future of tailing ponds seems uncertain. Canada, the second largest producer of oil in the world, is expected to increase its production by 40% in the next 20 years in Alberta oil sands. Government and oil companies are stepping up to support clean energy research and application in extraction processes. Yet, increasing demand for natural resources promises development of additional tailing ponds, which leads to more environmental destruction.